In 580 AD, smallpox was the name given for a variola in medieval times and means blotchy pimples.
In 1875, Dr. William Osler calls agent that causes the smell of smallpox a virus because virus in Latin means poison.
In 1966, smallpox eradication is put in place by the World Health Organization.
November 1966, the first ring vaccination was used on a wide scale in Nigeria. It worked well.
December 31st, 1969, Peter Lohse arrives in West Germany from Pakistan.
January 9th, 1970, Peter begins to feel tired, achy, restless, and develops a fever.
January 10th, his fever spikes and he gets very sick.
January 11th, he is taken to the hospital, suspected to have typhoid fever, placed in isolation.
January 14th, Peter's face and forearms turn red.
January 15th, Peter's body becomes covered in blisters called smallpox. A sample was taken and sent to a lab at State Health Department.
January 16th, Dr. Richter identifies virions of poxvirus in sample confirming smallpox. Dr. Richter and Dr. Pausch organize vaccinations for those in the hospital. Peter Lohse is evacuated from the hospital.
January 17th, Paul Ware began vaccinating occupants of the hospital with the WHO vaccine.
January 22nd, Barbara Burke, a nursing student, wakes up with black acne and is rushed to isolation. She is diagnosed with hemorrhagic smallpox.
January 26th, she dies. Within a few days, 16 other people came down with variola version of disease. It is controlled with vaccination and quarantine.
April of 1970. An expert in aerosols arrives at the hospital with a smoke machine and demonstrates how those throughout hospital became infected.
1971, John Wickett was hired by D.A. Henderson to eradicate smallpox.
1974. Smallpox is nearly gone from Asia.
The autumn of 1974 saw a near total victory over variola in Bangladesh.
Summer 1974. Monsoons caused the worst floods in Bangladesh, which caused people to move, and a few of them carried smallpox with them.
December 1974, variola major had begun to flicker unseen through the capital.
January 1975. The government of Bangladesh decided to clear out the bustees, and police ordered everyone to go back to their home villages. 100,000 people left Dhaka. Some of the people coming out of Dhaka were incubating the variola strain and didn't know, as the incubation period of smallpox is 11 to 14 days.
February 1975, variola major roared up in more than 12 places across Bangladesh.
March 1975. There are more than 1,000 containment failures. Some of the leaders of the eradication began to give up hope. They felt they were wrong and that the ring containment could not work. However, by the end of the monsoons of 1975, smallpox was again fading.
September 15th, a Chittagong boy was found with smallpox. He was the world's last case of variola major.
November 14th. The program leaders in Geneva sent out a press release announcing that for the first time in human history, the world was free of variola major.
1975, 75 labs have frozen stocks of smallpox virus. Summer 1978, Janet Parker became sick. She developed a blistering rash all over her body. Her doctor believed she was having a bad reaction to a drug. Her parents took her to the hospital where doctors discovered she had smallpox. She died. She was vaccinated, but it had worn off.
Spring 2000.
Summer 1978,
Jarling
Janet
and
Parker
Huggins'
became sick. She
experiment
developed
with
a blistering
infecting
rash
monkeys
all
with
over her body. Her
smallpox
doctor
was
believed she was having a
unsuccessful.
bad reaction to a drug. May 31st,
Her parents
took her to the
2001,
hospital
a
where
new round of
doctors
monkeys
discovered
was
she had
inoculated
smallpox.
with the Harper
She
strain
died.
of
She was
smallpox.
vaccinated
June
by
2nd,
but
2001. 2 monkeys are found dead. This is the first recorded non-human infection of smallpox.
June 7th to the 20th of 2001, one monkey named Harper exhibits classic human symptoms, whereas all other monkeys succumb to disease.
July 2001. Harper survives his smallpox infection, but must be put down, as no living infected specimen can leave the containment zone. Hope of testing a cure via antiviral drug known as cidofovir. Testing on monkey specimens are planned. Today, the variola strain exists officially in 2 repositories, in the Maximum Containment Lab at the CDC in Atlanta and the other in Russia.